Good day everyone, I am John Andre Padunan and this is my part on our report, Unit 5, Characteristics. The characteristics of learner with hearing impairment vary widely depending on the case of their hearing loss. So, yung mga student na may mga hearing impairment ay iba't iba yung kanilang characteristics dahil meron naman silang iba't ibang dahilan kung bakit na-loss yung kanilang hearing abilities. First is yung since birth, pinanganak na siyang wala siyang hearing abilities. Meron din naman mga tao na na-loss nila yung kanilang hearing due to accident or incident, and karaniwan na dahilan kung bakit nalolos yung hearing ng isang tao due to age or katandaan na. Next is, there are those learners who find amplification of sound useful for their residual hearing. So, yung mga student na may mga hearing impairment is prefer nila na magpalagay ng hearing devices sa kanilang tenga upang mas lalo silang makarinig. Pero yung iba naman, mas prefer nila yung paggamit ng visual or sign language sa pakikipag-communicate. However, here are some characteristics that are common among those with hearing impairment. First is, may have difficulty with speech, reading, and writing due to the close relationship of language and hearing. So, dahil nga hindi nagko-coordinate ng maayos ang kanyang language and hearing, ay nahihirapan siya magsalita, magsulat, and magbasa. Next is, fail or may take time to respond quickly when with spoken or verbal instruction. Next, may use hearing aids and or amplification system to enhance oral communication. Next, may prefer use visuals or American Filipino Sign Language as their mode of communication. Next, their expressive language may vary based on their experience and development. Next, have a large deficit in terms of academic abilities, especially reading and language skills. And last, in terms of social skills, deaf learners find out that it's hard to find someone to make conversation, which sometimes leads to isolation. Educational approaches. First is technology and support. Some learners with HI or hearing impairment, especially those who are hard of hearing, use hearing assistive technology or HAT to support their audition and be able to understand the information that they get from different settings. Yung mga student na may mga hearing impairment ay gumagamit sila ng mga assistive technology upang masuportahan sila sa kanilang mga pandinig at upang maunawaan din nila kung ano yung mga nasa kanilang mga paligid. Mayroon din tayong iba't ibang uri ng mga HAT or hearing assistive technology na dapat i-allow ng mga teachers upang ma-enhance yung learning experience ng mga students. Next is hearing aid. The most common type of HAT is hearing aid, an ear-worn or behind-the-ear electronic gadget of compact size. Hearing aid is an electronic device used to amplify the sound. Hindi man ito kayang i-restore yung normal hearing ng tao, ngunit kaya nitong makatulong upang mas maayos makarinig yung may mga hearing impairment. And may iba't ibang uri tayo ng hearing aid that can fit in our ears in different ways, including behind the ears, in the ear, in the canal, and completely in the canal. It has 4 basic parts, including the microphone, amplifier, speaker, and battery. First is the microphone. The microphone picks up the sound, then the computer chip in the amplifier convert the sound into electrical signal. Then the amplifier signal converted back to sound waves and delivered into your ears through the speaker. Sa tulong ng device na ito ay lalo mauunawaan ng may mga hearing impairment ang kanilang environment. The next hearing assistive technology device that we have is cochlear implant. A cochlear implant is a complex technological device that enhance hearing. So, yung cochlear implant device ay kinakailangan pa ng surgery upang ma-implant or ma-ilagay sa loob ng tenga ng may mga hearing impairment.
Cochlear implant surgery offers sound perception to individuals with severe hearing loss. It starts with a careful incision behind the ear to access the inner structures. The surgeon then creates a tiny opening in the cochlea, the spiral-shaped part of the inner ear responsible for sound detection. Next, they insert a thin electrode array into the cochlea. This array will send electrical signals directly to the auditory nerve, bypassing damaged hair cells that usually transmit sound. An external processor is then placed around the ear. This device captures sound, which is processed and sent to the implant under the skin. This implant converts sound into electrical signals that stimulate the auditory nerve, allowing the brain to interpret these signals as sound. Over time, recipients work with audiologists to adjust and fine-tune the device, gradually learning to recognize sounds and improve hearing comprehension.
The next is assistive listening device. Assistive listening device are personal amplifiers designed to enhance sound level during in-person talks and small group conversation. So yun nga, yun yung kaninang device na nabanggit, yung hearing aid and cochlear implant. So yung pinagkaiba lang nila is yung hearing aid ay ginagamit lang siya ng may mga hindi masyadong malubhang hearing loss and hindi na kinakailangan pa ng surgery. While yung cochlear implants naman ay karaniwan, ang gumagamit nito ay may mga severe hearing loss and kailangan pa nito ng mga surgery ng mga audiologist. And sa tulong ng dalawang device na ito ay mai-adjust din natin yung lakas or hina base sa preference natin upang maging effective yung paggamit natin sa device na yon. The next device is Augmentative and Alternative Communication or AAC. A device offer alternative means of communication for those who are unable to use spoken language due to profound hearing or lost speech problem. Augmentative and alternative communication ay isang paraan upang makatulong sa may mga speech and language impairment upang makipag-communicate. Sa tulong nito ay naihahayag ng isang non-verbal kung ano ang kanyang nais. This is the example of augmentative and alternative communication na ginagamit ng may mga speech and language impairment. Sa pamamagitan ng pag-click or pagpindot or pagpili ng mga icon na nandyan ay maiyahayag nila sa kanilang mga caregiver o mga magulang ang kanilang mga gusto kahit na hindi nila ito sabihin. The next hearing assistive technology is alerting devices. Alerting devices offer visual or tactile cues to enhance safety and awareness for those with hearing impairments when significant sound or alerts occur. This gadget has flashlights, vibrator, and main unit with different alarms to notify individuals from different noises in surroundings. And gumagamit ito ng transmitter and receiver para i-alert yung main unit if may mga na-detect itong mga unnecessary noises sa environments. Next is speech-to-text translation. A computer software or application that uses speech-to-text translation aids the learner with hearing impairment to visually access class discussion and increase their understanding about lessons. So, napakasimple lang nito. Ito yung mga software, ang mga applications sa ating cellphone na gumagamit ng mga speech-to-text. For example, yung teacher is nagsasalita siya, nagdi-discuss siya, and merong devices na nakalagay doon. And pag na-detect ng device na yun yung mga sinasabi ni teacher, ay i-convert niya yung speech into text upang makita at upang mas maunawaan ng may mga hearing impairment yung kanyang mga dinidiscuss.